The widow still carried a brass key to the farmhouse she no longer owned. That night, with her 7-year-old son shivering beside her in a Kansas cattle town, Eliza Hart set the useless key on a hotel counter and asked a question no one there expected. How many hours of work will buy him one locked door? Every room in the hotel was taken by drovers waiting for the next cattle sale. Eliza had enough money for bread, but not for a bed. She had already walked past the saloon, the church, and 2 boarding houses without asking anyone for a coin. She was not looking for pity. She was looking for a way to earn one safe night. The hotel keeper glanced toward the kitchen, then toward the men crowded in the dining room. He shook his head. He had no room, and he would not put a child in a pantry or a hallway where strangers came and went until morning. Eliza nodded once. "Thank you for answering me straight." She picked up the brass key. A man near the stove had been listening. His name was Silas Ward. He ran a cattle ranch 12 miles north of town and had spent most of the evening arguing over a feed invoice that did not match the load delivered to his place. He did not offer Eliza money. He asked, "Can you keep accounts?" Eliza looked at him carefully. "I kept our farm books for 9 years. Seed, feed, notes, taxes, freight." Silas slid the disputed invoice across the counter. "Can you tell me why I paid for more sacks than I received?" She studied the page. Then she pointed to 2 different tally marks written in 2 different hands. "I cannot tell you why yet, but I can tell you where I would start." That answer made him smile. Silas offered her a 1-week paid trial. The ranch had a small north cottage with a stove and a door that locked. The work was not a favor. He needed someone who could straighten his purchase books before winter closed the roads. Eliza did not say yes immediately. "My boy comes with me." "Of course." "My wages are written down." "They will be. And if I am no good at the work, you tell me. You do not keep us because you feel sorry for us." Silas put his hat back on, agreed. The north cottage was small enough that Toby could touch one wall from his bed if he stretched his arm, but the roof held. The stove drew clean. The window had a wooden shutter, and when Eliza turned the iron latch that first night, she heard the sound she had been trying to buy since morning. A locked door. She slept for 5 hours. Before sunrise, she was already in the ranch kitchen. Silas had hired her for the books, but Eliza scrubbed the table, started coffee, patched 2 flour sacks, and helped the cook roll biscuits before she opened the ledger. By noon, she had found 3 duplicate charges. By supper, she had matched freight receipts to delivery notes and found a pattern. Small shortages had appeared for nearly 2 months. Never enough to stop a shipment, just enough to be ignored. Eliza marked every discrepancy in pencil. Then she closed the book. She said nothing. That was her first mistake. For years, hardship had taught her a dangerous lesson. When someone finally gives you a place, do not make trouble inside it. So she worked harder instead. She carried laundry until her back hurt. She peeled potatoes after the cook told her to sit down. She mended shirts at night. She checked figures by lamplight until the numbers blurred. She believed usefulness had to be proved through exhaustion. 3 days later, a hard blue norther pushed across the plains. The temperature dropped fast. The ranch hands moved the weakest cattle closer to shelter and began opening the feed stores. That was when the foreman counted the sacks. They were short again. Not enough to starve the herd, enough to matter if the cold held. Silas came into the kitchen carrying a delivery slip. "Eliza, did you see anything in the books that warned us about this?" She could have protected herself. She could have said she was new. Instead, she brought him the ledger and opened it to the pencil marks. "I saw it. I was afraid to say it before I could prove it." Silas stared at the page. "Why were you afraid?" Eliza looked toward the cottage where Toby was asleep. "Because this is the first door that has closed behind us in months." The room went quiet. Silas did not tear up her agreement. He did not tell her she should be grateful. He pulled out a chair. "Then we need a better agreement. If I hire your hands but not your judgment."
"I have not really hired you."
The next morning, Eliza stopped trying to be useful everywhere. She became responsible for the books. She asked the town merchant to mark the number of sacks on every freight receipt before a wagon left the depot. She had the ranch hand receiving each load count them again before unloading. She matched the 2 numbers to the invoice before Silas paid it. It was simple. It was also something no one had been doing. The next delivery proved why it mattered. The depot receipt listed 40 sacks. The wagon reached the ranch with 36. This time, the shortage could not disappear inside bad handwriting. Silas rode back toward town with the marked receipt. Eliza stayed at the ranch, counted what remained. and adjusted the ration plan with the foreman. By evening, the carrier returned the missing sacks and admitted he had been selling part of several loads before reaching the ranch. There was no grand speech, no gunfight, no public humiliation. Silas ended the contract with that carrier, paid only for what had actually arrived, and changed the ranch procedure from that day forward. The cold lasted 3 more nights. The recovered feed did not make winter harmless. 2 weak calves were lost, and every hand worked until his clothes were stiff with frost. But the herd had enough to get through the worst of it. And for the first time since Eliza had arrived, her value on that ranch was visible in something more than clean floors and hot bread. It was visible in the feed shed. It was visible in the ledger. It was visible in the fact that people now waited for her count before signing their names. Weeks passed. Toby learned to gather eggs without frightening the hens. He carried kindling to the cottage in both arms. At night, he did his school lessons at the same table where Eliza checked receipts. Silas never asked Eliza to work without pay. Eliza never let him turn wages into gratitude. They disagreed sometimes. Once, Silas wanted to buy a cheaper load from a new supplier. Eliza showed him why the freight charge erased the savings. Another time, she tried to take on the kitchen again during a busy week. The cook pushed a rolling pin into her hand and said, "You can help with pies after you finish saving the ranch from arithmetic." Eliza laughed so hard she had to sit down. It was the first time Toby remembered hearing her laugh that way. By spring, the ranch books were clean. The winter debts were smaller than Silas had feared. More important, every purchase now had 2 counts and 1 clear signature. The system no longer depended on one man's memory. One evening, Silas came to the north cottage with 2 papers. The first named Eliza as the ranch business manager at a fixed wage. The second was a 3-year lease on the cottage in her own name. The rent was fair. The term did not depend on whether she remained in Silas Ward's good graces. Eliza read every line. Then she pointed to one sentence. "This says you can end the lease at your discretion." Silas leaned over the page. "I missed that. I did not." He looked at her, then took the pen. "What would you write?" she told him. He changed it. Only after both papers were signed did Silas reach into his pocket and place a new key on the table. Eliza did not cry, not yet. She picked it up, tested its weight, and put it beside the old brass key she still carried from the farm that was gone. Months later, after the summer work had settled into its rhythm, Silas asked her to walk with him beyond the cottonwoods. He had no deed in his hand, no wages, no bargain. "I want to ask you something that has nothing to do with your job or your cottage," he said. Eliza waited. "I have come to love you, and I have come to love that boy. If you ever want it, I would like us to make a family together." She looked at him for a long moment. "If I say no, my work is still mine? Yes. My lease is still mine? Yes." Only then did she smile. "Then I can answer you freely." Silas swallowed. Eliza reached for his hand. "Yes." That night, Toby was already inside the cottage when Eliza opened the small drawer near the door. She placed the old brass key to the lost farmhouse inside it. Then she hung the new key on a nail within easy reach. Toby called from the table, "Mama, are you coming?" Eliza closed the drawer. "I am home."